to have you along for our final game of the day, 6 of 6 on the day. It's the Mitchell Tigers. Check that, it's the Bridgeport Bulldogs taking on the Morrill Lions. Once again, Trayton Harmon, happy to have you along. Ignore the scoreboard on the bottom of your screen. It's stuck there until further notice. Once again, happy to have you along for our final boys semifinal of the day. Who's going to punch their ticket to take on the Kimball Longhorns, the number 1 seed, knocking off Mitchell 66-39 prior to this contest? Will it be the underdog Morrill Lions coming into this one as the number 3 seed after knocking off Gordon Rushville last night 43-32, or will it be the number 2 seed defending champion Bridgeport Bulldogs coming into today on the heels of a 66-27 victory over Morrill County rival Baird last night in opening play? Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. Leading things off, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Morrill Lions. Weiler Fisher, the senior, leading things off. Ryder Green behind him in a senior heavy lineup. Osiris Sacedo another. TJ Monroe, the lone sophomore in this lineup, and Ashwin Pittman, the final senior in the starting 5. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, they'll do it with their usual suspects. Hayes Watts, the sophomore. Logan Levick, the junior. Gage 9, the junior. Nick Wybert, the junior, and Landon Dean, the sophomore, the starting 5. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, we turn our attention as starting lineups being introduced on the floor. It should be a good one. Morrill Lions coming into this one with a fantastic record, 14-4. Feeling confident as the number 3 seed, looking to knock off the Bridgeport Bulldogs. The Bridgeport Bulldogs have played a tough schedule to this point and are looking forward to what may be another matchup with the Kimball Longhorns. The Morrill Lions trying to play spoiler here in this Western Trails Conference semifinal.
Number 5, Osiris Sacedo. Number 11,
once again, Morrill Lions will be the visitors in their road blue uniforms with the yellow trim, white trim, and the yellow numerals outlined in white. Starting lineups being announced. Once again, it'll be Fisher, Green, Sacedo, Monroe, and Pittman for the Lions. Now we turn our attention to the Bridgeport side of the floor.
And now your home team on the scoreboard. Let's meet the starters.
There'll be a change in that starting lineup as well. Looks like Colton Carrier will be in there for the Bridgeport Bulldogs.
We're number 2, Hayes Watts.
Once again for the Bulldogs coming into tonight, it'll be Watts, Levick, 9, Wybert, and Dean. Looks like Carrier will be in there as well. We'll see who he replaces in that 5.
Nick Weaver. We're number 23, Colton.
And Colton Carrier will take the place of Logan Levick, so it'll be Watts, Levick, 9, Watts 9, Wybert, Carrier, and Dean, your starting 5 for this Western Trails Conference Tournament semifinal. Once again, Trayton Harmon, happy to have you along as we get you set for this final matchup of the evening. Bridgeport will work from left to right, Morrill from right to left, and our opening frame.
And now,
Colton Carrier will do the duties, facing off against Weiler Fisher. Both of these teams meeting with each other for the first time this year. The boys will face off once again on February the 21st. So Bridgeport and Morrill for a spot in the Western Trails Conference Championship game tomorrow against the Kimball Longhorns. Ball in the sky, going the way of the Morrill Lions. Ryder Green tracks it down in the backcourt. Green across the timeline, kicks to Fisher, right wing. Fisher just inside the arc, down in the corner, flips it to Ashwin Pittman. Pittman fires a 3 from the college arc, won't go, ripped out of the sky. Hayes Watts back to the Bridgeport side of the floor. Watts, head fake, gets by Green. Down the left side, fadeaway jumper on the way. Hayes Watts can't trickle it in. Weiler Fisher elevates for the rebound in the middle of the lane. Morrill back the offense, handoff Ryder Green, far side from Fisher. Flip to Pittman, almost knocked away by Carrier. Pittman, and now a foul going to be called on Colton Carrier, getting a little too handsy with Ashwin Pittman. Very clear what the assignment is tonight for Colton Carrier, be the big man beyond the arc, taking on Ashwin Pittman. Bridgeport picks up their first foul of the contest. Ryder Green to trigger it in, gets it to Weiler Fisher. Hand off Pittman, back to Green. Right side, Fisher has it once again. Staying on that right side of the floor right now are the Lions. Fisher goes behind the back. He'll lose it, lands in the lap of Carrier. First turnover of the evening. Gage 9 on the right wing, beyond the college arc. Straight away, he'll take it. Right into the corner. Hayes Watts, head fake. It's two defenders to jump. Feeds down low to Carrier. Now Dean. Dean down the right side. Fakes out to the corner. And Dean will use the glass for an easy two. First points of the contest. 2-0. Bridgeport on top. The number 2 seed strikes early. Fisher. Poked away by Hayes Watts. And a foul going to be called on Ryder Green. Got wrapped up on Hayes Watts going after that ball. So Ryder Green picks up his first. Nick Weibert will trigger it in. Looking for Gage 9 in the backcourt to start this possession. 9 into the front court, back to Weibert. Weibert on the right wing. Back to straightaway Watts, left side 9. 9 feeds Carrier at the free throw line. Carrier digging in, kicks out to Watts. Head fake, now dribbling down towards the baseline. Back to the top, 9 at the free throw line. Spin move, kick down to Dean. Dean on the baseline, goes up with the right hand from the left side and lays it in for another 2 to his total. 4 points, Landon Dean, all his for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Ryder Green fakes the handoff to Fisher. Green into Cicero into the corner. Back to the top, Pittman. Pittman handoff to Green. Green almost loses it, going to go out of play. Last touched. So Bridgeport gets it back. Hayes Watts will trigger it in. Check that, he'll swap spots with Nick Weibert. 4-0, Bridgeport leads it early on, inside of 6 minutes to go. Right side, Hayes Watts fakes left, now goes right down the right side. Watts kicks out, looking for 9 in the corner. 9 corrals it. Dean, right elbow, driving down the right side, kick out to 9. 9 fakes left, drives to the right baseline. 9 underneath the hoop, looking for an outlet. Finds it, tipped into the sky. Ryder Green trying to go coast to coast. Hip for hip with Hayes Watts. Green throws it into the bottom of the iron, and Dean there to clean things up. 4-0, Bridgeport. Carrier into the front court. Carrier loses it, goes into the bench, and a turnover for Bridgeport. They get it right back. So Morrill back to offense. Lions trailing it 4-0. Ryder Green in the backcourt with his different colored shoes. Gets a screen from Morrill. Tries to dish to Fisher. Green has to scoop it back up. Too much congestion at the middle of the lane. Middle of the arc, I should say. Back to Green. Green fakes a 3. Back to Fisher. Fisher catch and release 3 on the way. Weiler Fisher can't knock it down. And Landon Dean comes down with a rebound. The big man making his presence felt both sides of the ball. Weibert, baseline. Kicks out Watts. Watts thought about a lefty 3. Now he'll kick it to the left side. 9 drives inside the arc. 9 bounce pass down low to Dean. Dean digging in against Pittman. Cross the lane to Carrier. Batted away. We'll stay with Bridgeport underneath their hoop. And almost turning it over is Bridgeport, and they will as Green gets his hand on it. Ashwin Pittman will trigger it in for the Lions in the backcourt. Ryder Green bringing it forward. 4-0, the Lions looking for their first points. Weiler Fisher to the free throw line, head fake, kicks to Green. Green's lefty 3 on the way, rattles out of the iron, rebounded by Landon Dean, who dishes to 9. Nine straightaway 3 on the way, can't knock it down, scuffs the front of the 10, ball still loose on the floor. Watts comes away with it. Left side pass, Weibert, catch and release 3, can't get it to go, rolls over the iron, rebounded by Weiler Fisher. Fisher feeds Green, between the rings he'll go. Green hands it back to Fisher. Pittman has it, right elbow jumper, straight through the nylon for Ashwin Pittman. First 2 of the contest for the Morrill Lions. 4-2, Bridgeport by 2. Left side, Hayes Watts. Watts back to the top with Weibert, right side 9. 9 feeds Dean on the right elbow, looking low. Now he's going to dig in down the right side. And a charge going to be called. Ashwin Pittman takes one for the team. Landon Dean called for his first foul of the contest. And Bridgeport, their second team foul. Ashwin Pittman taking one for the team. Back to the Morrill side of the floor. Zach Lassetto and Cody Bates in for the Bridgeport Bulldogs in place of Nick Weibert and Landon Dean. TJ Monroe out of the contest for the Morrill Lions. Takes the place of Jackson. Jackson Adkins takes his place. Ryder Green between the rings. Almost loses it. Maintains. Fisher has it. Now Zach Lassetto going to be called for a foul. Third foul of the quarter for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Ashwin Pittman, the trigger man from the far side, surveys the floor. Fisher flashes out, gets the ball. Sacedo to Ryder Green, working against Hayes Watts. Green dishes to Fisher. Fisher drives baseline. Fisher's righty jumper straight through the cylinder. We're knotted up 4 apiece. Left side, Hayes Watts. Watts, left wing 3 on the way. The sophomore knocks it down. Hayes Watts' first trifecta of the contest, 7-4. Fisher, left side, kick into the corner. Sacedo, catch and release 3, knocks it down. Osiris Sacedo buries it from the corner, knots us back up 7 apiece. 9 barking out directions. Left side, Watts will have it. 9 in the corner. Drives inside the arc, feeds Watts. Watts from straight away, fires another 3, rattles out of the iron, poked away. Last touch by the Lions will stay with Bridgeport. Landon Dean back in alongside Nick Weibert for Colton Carrier and Zach Lassetto. Nine over the top, Cody Bates has it. Bates right side to Lassetto, to Watts. Watts between the legs, back to the top. Weibert, left side 9, steps into a 3 on the way. 9 knocks it down, 10-7, Bridgeport. Morrill back to offense with Fisher. Ryder Green, middle of the lane, off the glass, can't go. Bates pulls it down with his right hand. Left side, Gage 9. 9 goes behind between the legs. Now on the left side, can't get it to go. Dean elevates for the O board, and he gets it to go on the putback. Dean coming to the line for an extra. 12-7. 5-point advantage goes to the Bulldogs. Landon Dean at the line. Foul going to go against Jackson Adkins. His first of the contest, Morrill's second of the quarter. Dean's extra on the way and through, completes the old-fashioned. Pittman working against Dean, kicks out into the corner. Sacedo to Fisher. Fisher, left elbow jumper, straight through the cylinder. Rattling through, Weiler Fisher, 4 points in the opening frame, 13-9. 50 seconds, 9 near side, back to the top, Watts. Watts head fake working against Green. Head coach Terry Lofink barking at his team, telling them they basically got to want it down low. Bates poked into the sky, turnover. Ryder Green pulls it down. Weiler Fisher pumps the brakes, hands it off to Green. Green almost lost it, keeps it, bounce pass to Fisher, flips back to Pittman. Pittman from the left wing, feeds down low. Atkins has to go off of his fingertips and into the crowd. Turnover for the Morrill Lions. Bridgeport gets it back, leading by 4. 20 seconds left, shot clock off. Hayes Watts directs traffic with the left hand, dribbles with the right. 14 seconds left. Watts, left wing, pull up 3 on the way for Watts, knocks it down. Hayes Watts, 2 trifectas in the first quarter. 4 seconds left. Ryder Green has it. Almost lost it. Won't be able to get the shot off before the buzzer. And we head to the second quarter, 16-9, Bridgeport leading it over the Morrill Lions in this semifinal.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
On the grill, I'll flip my burgers and season them. I press them again. It's just really satisfying seeing how beautiful they turn out. Quite honestly, when I'm on the grill, we should really be charging double with the quality and love that I put into them.
Trey Harmon back with you, just about set for the second quarter of action between the Lions and the Bulldogs of Bridgeport. Neck and neck for a long time throughout that first quarter. Bridgeport now out to a 7-point advantage thanks to a three-pointer from Hayes Watts near the end of that first quarter. Out of the quarter break, Bridgeport Bulldogs will have it on the floor for the Morrill Lions. It's Green, Fisher, Monroe, Pittman, and Cicero. On the floor for Bridgeport, it's Dean, Weibert, Watts, Carrier, and 9. Hayes Watts, who just hit the quarter-ending three-pointer, gets it to 9. 9 begins the possession on the right wing. Flips it to Watts at that mark. Straight away gets a screen from Carrier, and now a foul called on Ryder Green. He'll pick up his second here in the second quarter. First team foul for the Lions in the second quarter. 9 into the corner, Watts. Back to Weibert. Weibert kicks back to Watts. Watts again to Weibert. Looks over the top, nothing there. Back to Dean. Dean digging it against Pittman. Pittman standing his ground, kicks out to 9. 9 head fake, jumps inside. Dean wide open, left block, lays it in. 18-9, Bridgeport doubling up the Lions of Morrill. And the ball going to stay with the Morrill Lions as they almost turn it over in the backcourt. Ashwin Pittman now triggering it in from the near sideline, gets it to Ryder Green. Green goes behind the back, 2 defenders collapsing on him. Carrier tries to bat it away, dishes back to Pittman for the safety. Pittman left side, Ryder Green. Green to the right wing, passes Pittman, now Cicero. Fisher right side, surveys. Gets a screen from Pittman, goes the other way. Looking over the top, nothing there. Pittman in the corner, 3 on the way, knocks it down, the big man. Ashwin Pittman, a nice guy to have on the outside. Can play inside defensively with his height and can knock down threes offensively with his shooting ability. 9, free throw line, bounce pass, Dean. Dean digging in against Pittman. Pittman jumps, Dean lays it in on the right side, no foul. 20-12, 8-point advantage for Bridgeport. Fisher, Green. Ball nearly stolen away as it goes into the table. Going to stay with the Morrill Lions. Ashwin Pittman will trigger it in. From the near sideline, surveys to Weiler Fisher it goes. Right side, Osiris Cicero. Batted into the sky, Carrier feeds it to 9. 9 going coast to coast with the right hand on the underhanded finger roll. Gage 9 up to 5 in the first half. 22-12, Bridgeport up by 10. Fisher to Green. Cicero in the corner, back to Fisher. Pittman, catch and release 3 from straight away. Can't knock it down, rebounded by Hayes Watts. Right side, Gage 9. Feeds over the top, Dean, poked away by Pittman. Zach Lucetta will check in for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. He'll take the place of Gage 9. Cody Bates also coming into the contest. Colton Carrier is who he'll swap places with. Watts surveys, hoop to his right side. Over the top pass, Zach Lassetto has it. Lassetto, left elbows will pump the brakes. Weibert now on the right wing. Weibert into the corner, Lassetto, dangerous from beyond the arc, won't shoot the three. Bates trying to dig in, hook shot over the top, Cody Bates lays it in. One of those players that throughout this season has really impressed me with how he's progressed. But his height could be a weapon for the Bulldogs for years to come. 24-12, Morrill back to offense looking for an answer. Fisher has it straight away, left side, Sesado in the corner, Pittman catch and release, three freebies on the way as Cody Bates made contact. So Cody Bates picks up his first foul for Bridgeport in the second quarter. And Ashwin Pittman will come to the line. Ashwin Pittman leading this team in 5 statistical categories, 81% at the line being one of them. Lofts with the right hand straight through. Pittman second on the way, knocks that down. And TJ Monroe got jumpy in the lane, jumped out there on the second free throw. One more on the way, TJ as he heads to the bench. And Jackson Adkins takes his place. Pittman's third freebie knocks it down. 24-15, 9-point advantage for Bridgeport. 9 directs traffic, barking out instructions, directing with his right hand. Gives it to Weibert on the left wing. Weibert. Now 9 has it in the corner on the pass from Bates. 9, fadeaway jumper, won't go. Bates rips it down, uses the glass for 2 more. Cody Bates emerging for Bridgeport. 4 points in this second quarter, 26-15, 4:30 to go. Ashwin Pittman, now Green as they switch. Green, right elbow, lost it. 9 has it on the steal. Pushing up the floor, Zach Lassetto working against Sesado. Lassetto almost lost it, feeds it to Dean. Dean trying to go up underneath the hoop, and he'll be fouled as he goes up. See where this goes. It's either on Adkins or Pittman. It will be on Ashwin Pittman as he picks up his first. Second team foul for the Lions in this quarter. Landon Dean coming to the line for a second time. Completed a 3-point play back in the first quarter. Sophomore fires with the right hand off the back of the cup. Hayes Watts back in alongside Colton Carrier, Zach Lassetto, and Nick Weibert to the bench for Bridgeport. Landon Dean fires with the right hand, converts the second after missing the first. 27-15, 12-point advantage, Bridgeport. Ryder Green has it just past the timeline. Green surveys, right side Fisher. Fisher draws Dean. Pittman draws Carrier. Pittman, college 3, scuffs the front of the tin, rebounded by Hayes Watts on a bounce. Watts left side goes between the legs, gets a screen from Dean, goes that way, feeds to 9 straight away. Watts directs traffic. Left side, 9, catch and release, 3 on the way. He knocks it down as it rattles through the cylinder. Gage 9, second 3 of the contest, and head coach Terry Lofink wants a timeout. Will take one with him. Bridgeport leading it by 15, 30-15 over the Morrill Lions.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Allo.
Trey Harmon back with you after the head coach Terry Lofink timeout. Bridgeport Bulldogs will be working up the floor. Check that. The Morrill Lions will work it up the floor after the timeout. 30-15, the advantage for Bridgeport. Ashwin Pittman gets it to Ryder Green. Fisher has it, runs into Bates. Two defenders collapse on Fisher. Fisher had a wide open look at the lane, but defenders collapsed. Pittman at the left elbow is going to be fouled. See who the guilty party is. Hayes Watts, the nearest defender. And that will be the case. Hayes Watts picks up his first.
Number 2, Hayes Watts of Bridgeport.
Evans team fouls out at 2 apiece. And Morrill will have it underneath their hoop. Bridgeport student section behind Ryder Green, barking in his ear. Ryder Green surveys, looking for an outlet. Gonna fish it. Gonna find Fisher. Weiler Fisher. Right wing, right elbow. Dishes to Pittman. Pittman kicks into the corner. Sesado, catch and release 3. Can't knock it down. Hayes Watts rips down the rebound for Bridgeport defensively. 30-15. Right side, Gage 9 steps into a 3 on the way. 9 can't knock it down. Bates with the rebound, gets inside and blocked away by Ashwin Pittman. Foul going to be called on the senior. Picks up his second. Third foul for the Lions as Pittman picks up his second. Bates to the top, Dean. Shot on the way, won't go. Actually going to say it appears no foul on that last possession, so Pittman survives. Fouls even at 2 apiece. Weiler Fisher, left wing, flips back to Green. Green, middle of the lane. Floater gets it to drop straight through. Ryder Green's first points of the contest. 30-17. Watts, 9. Carrier. Carrier looks inside, dishes top. Watts, now 9 in the corner. Watts has it, surveying the floor. Brings it down a little closer to the corner. Gets a screen from Dean. Dean beyond the arc, left side, 9. Bridgeport working around the arc. Watts, 7 seconds. Now 9 underneath. Bounce pass to Bates. Bates flying in. He'll be fouled. He's coming to the line for 2. See who it is for Morrill picking up this foul as Cody Bates heads to the line.
That's at number 23.
It'll be Ashwin Pittman picking up his second.
Cody Bates to the line for Bridgeport.
As Cody Bates to the line, the sophomore, emerging throughout this season. 47% on the season coming into this contest, just 3 for 7. Make it 4 for 8. (31-17), 14-point advantage for Bridgeport. Bates back at the line, his second straight through. Nick Weibert into the contest, takes the place of the shooter, Cody Bates. Greeted by plenty of high fives as he returns to the bench. 32-17, back to 15-point advantage for Bridgeport. Fisher up the floor to Pittman. Pittman to Sesado. Sesado has it. Back to Fisher. Flips it to Green. Green. Tried to hand it off to Pittman, but defenders collapse. Carrier doing a nice job beyond the arc. Sesado back to Green. Into the corner, Fisher. Fisher's 3 on the way, can't convert, rattles off the iron. 9 going to come away with the rebound. Up the floor, Watts. Watts driving baseline, pumps the brakes. Back to the top, Dean. Dean. Head fake on a 3, working against Sesado. Mismatch, feeds down to Carrier. Carrier can't convert, ball batted around, and Sesado bats it into the hands of Ryder Green. Ryder Green working against Hayes Watts. Ashwin Pittman to TJ Monroe. Monroe, left side, Sesado. At the top, Fisher between the rings, working against Weibert. Fisher down the right side, steps through, finger roll on the reverse, gets it to drop. Weiler Fisher, 32-19. Morrill trails by 13. 9 has it on the handoff for Watts. Now Dean. Dean flips it to Watts. Stolen away. TJ Monroe has it land in his lap after Green knocks it away. Ashwin Pittman has it now, bringing it into the front court. Pittman near side. Coach Terry Loafing calls out the play. Now his pocket is picked as Pittman having to turn around and play defense against Colton Carrier. Carrier lays it off the glass with the left hand for an easy two, his first two of the contest. Green flings it up towards the basket, can't knock it down, and we head to this halftime. 34-19, the Bridgeport advantage at the half. We step aside when we come back. Take a look at your first half numbers. This is the Western Trails Conference Tournament on KNB TV.
25 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Tired? Sweet Dream Sleep in Gering is ready to help you wake up feeling refreshed. Dr. Brittany Meyer provides consultation for both children and adults to identify sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, insomnia, periodic limb movement, and more. Dr. Meyer and her nurse practitioner manage treatment with follow-ups using in-person office visits and telemedicine to navigate insurance requirements. No referral is necessary. Sweet Dreams Sleep Services. Better sleep, better health.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
I would definitely recommend Allo's business services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn & Suites front desk.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
Trey Harmon back with you at the half between the Bridgeport Bulldogs and the Morrill Lions. Leading it at the half, Bridgeport 34, Morrill 19. Let's take a look at some halftime stats. Landon Dean leading the way, 12 points to his name. Gage 9 with 8, 6 apiece for Cody Bates and Hayes Watts, and 2 for Colton Carrier as the scorers for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. For the Morrill Lions, 8 for Ashwin Pittman, 6 for Weiler Fisher, 3 for Osiris Cicero, and 2 for Ryder Green. As we're just about set for the second half of action. Glad to have you along. Just about set for that. Winner of this game going on to take on number 1 seeded Kimball in the Western Trails Conference Tournament Championship tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Loser of this game will take on Mitchell at 3:30 p.m. in the third place contest. We step aside when we come back. Second half of action coming your way next on KNB TV.
And by Team Auto Center. Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scotts Bluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Are new windows from Renewal by Andersen a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Andersen right now? Do the math. Renewal by Andersen windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Andersen, a great investment? You're darn right.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit
Trey Harmon back with you as we get you set for the second half of action. Bridgeport Bulldogs currently out in front 34-19 over the Morrill Lions as both teams heading to their benches to get things settled for this second half. Bridgeport now will work from right to left, Morrill from left to right as we begin the second half of action. For Bridgeport to begin the second half, it's Dean, Carrier, Watts, Weibert, and 9. For the Morrill Lions, appears they'll go with their starters as well. Fisher, Green, Saucedo, Monroe, and Pittman. Bridgeport Bulldogs back out on the floor, waiting for the Morrill Lions. Still seconds ticking away at the halftime break. We're back with you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for 6 more contests. It all begins at 11 a.m. with the girls' 5th place game. Hemmingford taking on the Mitchell Tigers. And the boys' 5th place game to follow that, Gordon Rushville taking on the Hemmingford Bobcats. That all starts 11 o'clock, our first of 6 games tomorrow, those 5th place contests. Ashwin Pittman will trigger it in to begin the second half as Morrill has the ball out of the halftime break. Left side, Ryder Green has it. Ryder Green feeds TJ Monroe. Monroe on the left wing. Monroe looking for help, finds Pittman on the left elbow. Down low, Fisher. Fisher blocked away by Weibert, but a foul going to be called as Nick Weibert will pick up his first of the contest, our first of the second half. Weiler Fisher heads to the line for the first time today. Converts the first. Weiler Fisher back again, converts his second too as he goes perfect at the line in his first appearance. Nine across midcourt for Bridgeport. Weibert now in his hands. Dean wide open on the right block. Pittman collapses, blocked away. Dean, his putback, blocked away again. Dean's third chance, foul finally called, and Dean's coming to the line for 2. Weiler Fisher, or make that Ashwin Pittman, picking up his third. First of the third. For the Morrill Lions, Landon Dean to the line for a third time in this contest. 2 for 3 as it stands. His first on the way for the big man straight through. Landon Dean back at the line, fires with his right hand. Off the back of the cup, it won't go. And a foul on the rebound. Check that lane violation. So Dean gets to do it again. Erase the last one, second on the way, and it falls through. 36-21, Bridgeport extends their lead to 15. Ryder Green gets past Hayes Watts to the Morrill side of the floor offensively. Ashwin Pittman goes behind the back. Pittman flips to Fisher. Fisher working against Weibert, almost lost it, looking for an outlet, and 5 seconds called. Coach Terry Lofink not happy about it. Nick Weibert will check it in on the backside. 36-21, 7 minutes remain in this third quarter. 9 to the left to Carrier, flips it to 9. 9 has it poked away by Fisher, and it'll stay with the Bulldogs.
Out of bounds. Bridgeport ball.
Gauge 9 will trigger it in. Surveys over the top, Hayes Watts has it. Watts on the left wing, passes across the floor to Carrier, out of 9. 9, step back 3 on the way, can't knock it down, ball batted around, Fisher has it on a deflection. Fisher working in transition against 9, make that Weibert, kicks into the corner, now Monroe. Green. Back at the top, Pittman. Pittman down the left side, can't get it to go on an underhanded layup. Carrier comes away with the rebound. Watts to the top. Now far side, Weibert looks down low, looking for Carrier. Now he'll dish it to Carrier as he comes near the corner. Watts has it down the left side, step through move. Carrier has it in his hands on a pass from Watts. Colton Carrier, his first points of the second half, up to 4 now. Morrill back to offense. Pittman will flip it to Green. Ryder Green on the right side to Pittman. Back to the top. TJ Monroe, now Green on the far side. Green looking over the top, looking for Pittman. Instead settles for Fisher at the top of the arc. Fisher hands off to Pittman. Pittman, Carrier in his face, step through move. Finger roll, lays it in with the right hand from the left side. Ashwin Pittman up to 10 in the contest for the Lions, 38-23. Down low, wide open, Landon Dean. Gage 9 didn't even need to look at him as he fed him that pass. 16 points for Landon Dean. Ryder Green back to offense, feeds Pittman. Pittman, left wing, pull up 3 on the way, can't knock it down, off the front of the 10. Ball batted away, Carrier has it, pushes up the floor to Weibert. Weibert pumps the brakes, brings it back out from the lane. 9, bounce pass, wide open down low. Carrier slips by his defender and lays it in from the left side. 6 points for Colton Carrier. 42-23. 19-point advantage for Bridgeport. Pittman, right side, step through move, lays it off the glass, but it won't go. Pittman nearly gets it back, but Weibert pulls it away. A jump ball called, going to go to the Bulldogs. Zach Lassetto into the contest for Bridgeport. Nick Weibert takes his place. Cody Bates in for Landon Dean. 42-23, Gage 9 into the front court for Bridgeport. Right side, Cody Bates. Bates surveys into the corner, Lassetto. Lassetto to Carrier. Carrier fakes to Watts, now into the corner, Lassetto. Wide open look at 3, and he knocks it down every time he's wide open, it feels. Zach Lassetto, first points of the contest, come here in the third quarter from beyond the arc. Weiler Fisher, pull up 3 on the way, leaves it short, and Lassetto's there to clean up the rebound. 45-23, 9 short corner. 2 defenders collapse on him, ball batted away. TJ Monroe feeds to Sato. Back to Pittman, now Ryder Green will bring it into the front court. Ryder Green, Weiler Fisher. Fisher down the right side, step through move, and Fisher's going to be fouled before the shot. That'll be Bridgeport's second team foul. See who it's against. They're going to give that one to Cody Bates. His second of the contest. Landon Dean, Nick Weibert back in. Head coach Terry Lofink wants a timeout. We're back after this. 45-23, the Bridgeport lead in this WTC semifinal.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
Back with you after the Morrill timeout. Bridgeport leading at 45-23, more than halfway through this third quarter of action. Ryder Green has the rock in his hands. He surveys. Over the top, Weiler Fisher has it on the right wing. Right side, Ashwin Pittman. Pittman spin around on the right wing, looking for separation from 9. Won't get it. Knighton plays nice defense. Ryder Green left wing feeds down low to TJ Monroe. Monroe to Sacedo, back to Green, back to Fisher. Fisher looking for an outlet, going to go off the leg of Nick Weibert and running into the table on the far side of the floor. everything seems okay down there. It's a good thing. So Ashwin Pittman will take over. Weiler Fisher, left side to Sato. Ryder Green has it left wing, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Flip back to Green. Green at the free throw line. They're going to have to get a shot off. Fisher just going to have to fling one up at the shot clock buzzer. Cody Bates comes down with the rebound, and Bridgeport will get it back on offense. (45-23) the score. Gauge 9. Left wing. Down low to Dean. Far side, Zach Luceto fires another three. That one rattles out of the iron. Ball loose on the floor. Luceto gets it back. Bounce pass across the lane. Dean waiting for defenders to collapse. They won't, so he just lays it off the glass for another easy two. 47-23, Bridgeport on top. 2:38 to play in this third quarter. Carrier and Watts back into the contest for Bridgeport at the next break. Pittman, spin move at the elbow, picks it up. Nowhere to go, feeds down low, looking for Monroe. Couldn't connect. Gauge 9 trying to go coast to coast. He's hacked down on by Ryder Green. And 9 goes into the stands alongside Ryder Green. Everyone's okay, it seems, in the student section. Ashwin Pittman going to be the one that picks up the foul. First freebie through for Gauge 9. Knocks down his first of the evening. Carrier back in for Landon Dean. Hayes Watts as well, waiting for the shooter 9. TJ Monroe is replaced by Jackson Adkins. 9-second, rattles off the front of the iron. Bates gets the rebound. Back down to 9. 9 into the corner. Luceto, catch and release 3 on the way. He buries it from the corner. Zach Luceto, second 3 of the quarter. 51-23. Fisher has it straight away for Morrill. Ryder Green now looking for a screen from Pittman. He gets it, but it doesn't do much. Fisher, ball's going to be thrown away. Going to stay with Morrill. Hayes Watts into the contest, takes the place of Gauge 9. Ryder Green has it once again. Surveying the floor in the corner. Pittman, catch and release 3 on the way. Knocks it down, Ashwin Pittman. Up to 5 in this third quarter is Ashwin Pittman. 51-26 now the score. 25-point advantage, Bridgeport. Watts, Luceto. Luceto, head fake. Now drives inside, trying to feed Bates. Instead, he's going to find Pittman. Fisher across midcourt. Ryder Green has it once again. Now Fisher. Fisher trying to get away from Weibert. Fisher feeds Green. Green, pull up 3 on the way from the college arc. Won't go as it scuffs the front of the iron, and Cody Bates has it land in his lap. Hayes Watts for Bridgeport, drives down to the baseline, kicks to the middle. Bates, jumper, falls through the iron. Cody Bates, 8 points in the contest. Back to Ashwin Pittman for the Morrill offense. 53-26. Pittman, step back 3, can't knock it down. Bates elevates for the rebound. Watts to Luceto. Another wide open look at 3, this time from beyond the college arc, and he buries it. Doesn't matter where it's at on the floor right now for Zach Luceto. 3 threes in the third. 56-26, 20 seconds to play. Here in the third quarter, Green across the timeline. Ryder Green pumps the brakes on the right wing extended. Pittman has it. Hand in his face from Carrier. Back to Weiler Fisher. 7 seconds. Fisher, defender, falls to the floor. Pittman, bounce pass, throws it right to Luceto. Luceto trying to go coast to coast at the buzzer. Luceto gets it at the buzzer. No one is more excited to be playing basketball right now than Zach Luceto. 4 threes in the third quarter, including 1 as the quarter comes to a close. Bridgeport leads 56-26 over the Morrill Lions. We're back after this.
Coverage of the 2020 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Allo.
Fly United Airlines operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Trey Harmon back with you after the excitement of the conclusion of the third quarter. Zach Lusetto tying a career high, 12 points, all in that third quarter. He's on the bench to begin the fourth. Weiler Fisher will trigger it in for the Morrill Lions. Surveys, looking for an outlet, gets it to Ryder Green to begin the fourth. Sacedo has it straight away. Fisher turns around looking for a spot up three, doesn't have it. Said drives baseline, and that ball is going to be batted back into play. TJ Monroe on it after Hayes tracks it down. Ryder Green, jumper from the left elbow, blocked away by Carrier, and Dean cleans it up on a couple of bounces. Weibert into the front court. Down low, feeds Watts. Watts a runner on the baseline, won't go. TJ Monroe gets it on a bounce. Now this ball going to be stolen away by Colton Carrier, and Weiler Fisher going to pick up his first foul. So Weiler Fisher picks up his first of the fourth quarter on either side. Bridgeport has it back on offense. Carrier over the top, Dean. Dean digging in, two defenders collapse on him. Doesn't matter, easy on the right side for Landon Dean. And a timeout on the floor as Dean gets his first points of the fourth. We step aside, we're back after this.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Liquor. Your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Trey Harmon back with you after the Morrill timeout. They'll have it going the distance of the floor. Ashwin Pittman gets it into Ryder Green. Fisher feeds to Pittman. Pittman step through move, pops out of the iron, rebounded by Hayes Watts. Watts up the floor to Dean. Dean almost off of his fingertips, runs into a crowd of Bulldogs in the stands in the student section. They all pop to their feet. Bridgeport turns it over. Morrill back to offense. Left side Fisher. Fisher, long college three, knocks it down. Weiler Fisher's first three of the contest comes here in the fourth quarter. 61-29. Watts to the right elbow, kicks out. 9 to Carrier. Carrier to the free throw line, kick back to Watts. Make that Weibert now 9. Nine gets a screen from Dean. Kick out to Watts. His catch and release lefty three. He won't go off the inside of the cup. And Fisher and Dean collide on that rebound. Dean comes away with it and lays it in with the right hand on the left side. Landon Dean now 22 points. Ryder Green crossed the timeline. Morrill back to offense. Trailing 63-29. Fisher almost loses it, and Nick Weibert now going to be called for the foul, picking up his second. First foul of the fourth quarter for Bridgeport. Zach Lassetto back in there with his hot hand, and Cody Bates as well. Carrier in 9 to the sideline.
Cody Bates, Zach Lassetto into the game for Bridgeport.
Fisher left wing, working against Weibert once again. Cross court on a skip pass to Saucedo. Saucedo to the top, Pittman. Pittman head fake now down the left side, driving to the hoop. Won't go. Dean snags it with one hand. Up the floor, Bates going to be intercepted. Bates is the intended target. Ryder Green comes away with it. Green flips back to Pittman. Now to Fisher. Fisher beyond the arc three. Once again knocks it down. Weiler Fisher with the hot hand to begin the fourth quarter for the Lions. Underneath, Hayes Watts lays it in on a finger roll with the left hand from the right side. Easy pickings for the sophomores. First points since back in the first quarter. Ashwin Pittman. Crossover move, flips to Fisher. Pittman has it in his hands, catch and release three. Dean in his face, knocks it down from the right wing. Lions finding their stride from beyond the perimeter. 65-35, 30-point advantage for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Now Saucedo going to come away with a steal. Watts gets it right back, tracking him down. Weibert left side. To the top, Lassetto. Lassetto looking for separation, feeds it to Watts. Watts, cross-court pass to Lassetto in the corner. Lassetto can't get a shot off, brings it back to the top on a flip to Weibert, right side Watts. Watts looking for a screen from Bates. He'll get it. Goes that way. To the free throw line he goes. Down the middle of the lane. Fadeaway jumper. It's not Watts. Knocks it through for two more on his total. 10 points, Hayes Watts. 67-35, the current score. Pittman gets away. Dishes back to Green. Green down the middle of the lane. Underhanded layup with the right hand. Won't go. He's fouled hard by Cody Bates. Pops to his feet. Cody Bates picks up his third. Bridgeport's second here in the fourth quarter.
Fouls on Bridgeport to the 20. Cody Bates, that's his third. Ryder Green to the line for more.
Bridgeport student section singing Silent Night as Green lays the first one in. Ryder Green's first point since the second. Carrier and 9 back in for Watts and Dean. Ryder Green back at the line, his second. Falls through. Ryder Green up to 4 in the contest. 67-37. Back to a 30-point lead for Bridgeport. Nine left wing. And now a foul going the other way. It's going to be Colton Carrier being called for the offensive foul. Picks up his second. Bridgeport's third of the quarter. Pittman gets it in. Ryder Green. Pittman has it back in his hands. Almost poked away from Carrier. Now he's going to have it poked away. Pittman gets back on top of it and feeds Fisher, and a foul on Nick Weibert. Nick Weibert not happy about it. Picks up his third, fourth of the quarter for Bridgeport. Ryder Green will trigger it in. Zach Lassetto in his face. Right side, Fisher. Fisher flips it back to Green after almost losing it. Pittman now, long three, and he misses everything except for the pine on the way down. Turnover for Morrill. Ashwin Pittman just has a smile on his face as he turns around. 67-37, 3 minutes to go in the fourth. 30-point advantage, Bridgeport. Right side, Lassetto. Lassetto now 9. 9 to the baseline. Nothing there. Feeds Carrier. Now Lissetto, another three on the way. Can't get that one to fall. Bates gets the rebound. Bates put back won't go. Carrier now has it. His put back won't go, and Weiler Fisher walks away with it. Pittman feeds to Sato. Back to Pittman. Pittman almost has it taken away as he tries to flip it to Fisher. Fisher, left elbow. Green has it in his hands on the right wing. Jumper from the right elbow. Green can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, feeds Pittman. Pittman beyond the arc three once again, won't get it to go, and Cody Bates comes away with the rebound for Bridgeport. Weibert near side 9. 9 to Bates. Down low trying to feed Carrier, ball poked away, and Fisher has it on the turnover. 67-37, 2 minutes to go in the fourth. To the top, Fisher almost lost it, able to get back on it. Green now catch and release three, leaves it short, scuffs the side of the iron. Ball still being batted around. It'll land down the table once again. See who has possession. It'll stay with Morrill. As both sides now conceding, sending in the back half of the bench. On the floor for the Morrill Lions, it'll be TJ Monroe, Jackson Adkins, Tandon Bentley, Ashwin Pittman, Justin Keller are your 5 on the floor. Fresh 5 on the floor for Bridgeport. Will get them when they get back to offense. Pittman, Euro step move, trying to dish to Keller. Has to go off of his hands. 67-37. And now Bridgeport with their fresh faces bring it into the front court. Raul Aguilar. Aguilar pumps the brakes on the far side in the hands. It's Braden Jimenez. Flips it back. Jose Castellanos. Ruben Dominguez now back to Castellanos. Near side. Aguilar. Aguilar almost loses it, able to get it off into the hands of Braden Jimenez. In the corner, 3 on the way. Can't knock it down. Ruben Dominguez comes away empty-handed. Morrill gets it back offensively with 1:10 left to play. Ashwin Pittman back to offense for the Lions. In the corner. Jackson Adkins to the top, Bentley. Ashwin Pittman, 52 seconds left. Pittman feeds Monroe. Monroe driving baseline, can't get it to go off the glass. Rebounded by Bentley. Bentley not going to be able to go back up. Jump ball called. Will go to the Bridgeport side of the floor. Osiris Sacedo into the contest, takes the place of Ashwin Pittman. Alejandro Aguilar will inbound it on the backside. Ruben Dominguez will bring it into the front court for Bridgeport. Dominguez to the elbow, gets a screen from Jimenez. Jimenez is 3 on the way, leaves it short. Ball batted away and out of play. Ball stay with Bridgeport. Alejandro Aguilar has it underneath the hoop. Gets it to Castellanos in the corner, batted away, taken away by the Morrill Lions. Working quickly, Jackson Adkins across the timeline, 22 seconds left. Justin Keller, 3 on the way, can't knock it down, and it goes out of play. Last touch by Morrill. And the whole bench for Morrill enjoys that one. Justin Keller scored his first points of the season back against Minutair in a contest. The whole team got excited for him there for that one. That was fun to watch. And now Bridgeport will just dribble it out. 6 seconds remaining. And Bridgeport will advance to the WTC championship game with a 67-37 victory over the Morrill Lions. Morrill will play for 3rd place against their rival Mitchell Tigers at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. We step aside when we come back, tally up the stats, bring them to you as we close out day 1 of the Western Trails Conference Tournament here on KNEB TV.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Trade Harmon back with you to wrap things up. Final tally coming your way. First for the Morrill Lions. They're led by 16 points from Ashwin Pittman, 14 points for Weiler Fisher, 4 points for Ryder Green, and 3 for Osiris Sacedo. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, they were led by 22 points from Landon Dean, 12 points coming out of Zach Liceto's heroics from beyond the arc, ties a new career high that he set last year against Sutherland. 10 points for Hayes Watts, 9 for Gage 9, 8 for Cody Bates, 6 for Colton Carrier. Round out your scorers for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Once again, let's break down the bracket for tomorrow. Things start out with the 5th place games. It'll be Hemmingford and Mitchell girls facing off for 5th place in the girls' side at 11 a.m. to kick things off tomorrow. Then the boys' 5th place game will take place after that. Gordon Rushville facing off against Hemmingford, that at 12:30. Then our 3rd place game on the girls' side, Gordon Rushville and Morrill will face off. On the boys' side, it'll be Mitchell and Morrill facing off at 3:30. Then our championship contest on the girls' side, Bridgeport and Kimball. And on the boys' side, Bridgeport and Kimball, as both schools playing for championships in both boys and girls basketball. That'll do it for us tonight. We're back with you at 11 a.m. tomorrow here on KNEB TV. Thanks for listening and have a great rest of